A visionary leader and former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who passed away at the age of 93 at AIIMS on August 16, was the forerunner for several economic reforms undertaken by his successors, be it the goods and services tax, divestment program of state entities, or liberalization of the insurance sector to allow private entities. Vajpayee was the man behind many key decisions. Before we begin, click the subscribe button if you haven't and hit the bell icon to be a part of our notification squad. Today, we are looking at 5 major decisions made by him which changed India forever and put it on the world map. Goods and Services Tax. GST was implemented in India on July 1, 2017. However, it was Vajpayee who had first mooted the idea of a common tax structure for goods and services across the country. In 2000, the Vajpayee-led government had set up a committee to design the backbone of the GST model and ensure that the technology backend was put into place. However, due to lack of consensus among the parties and individual states, the reform was delayed for as long as 17 years. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyaan. The mission to provide free and compulsory education to all children between 6 and 14 years of age was driven by the former Prime Minister. The primary objective of the scheme, which commenced in 2000-2001, was to reduce dropouts and increase the net enrollment ratio at primary level. In fact, the song School Chale Hum that was used to promote the scheme was penned by Vajpayee himself.
स्कूल की घंटी बज गई है, बच्चे सब स्कूल जा रहे हैं, हम भी तैयार हैं, स्कूल चले हम, मिलकर स्कूल चले हम.
With the mission in full force, the rate of dropouts reduced from almost 40% in 2000 to less than 10% in 2005. Catapulting India on the nuclear map. One of the hallmarks of Vajpayee's reign was the Pokhran II nuclear bomb tests, which were conducted clandestinely at the Pokhran Test Range in Rajasthan's Jaisalmer district in May 1998. Under Pokhran II, 5 underground nuclear bomb explosions took place on May 1998 in what came to be known as the CIA's biggest intelligence failure. Vajpayee's strategically important and courageous decision made India a nuclear weapons power, even though it resulted in sanctions by the US and European Union. Foreign policy. In the post-Cold War world, Vajpayee boosted trade and bilateral relations with the US, leading to the historic visit in 2000 by Bill Clinton, who became the first American president to visit India since Jimmy Carter in 1978. Besides promoting economic ties between India and China, his government also initiated a structured mechanism for high-level dialogue to resolve the border dispute between the two countries. Vajpayee's Look East policy helped in improving India's ties with countries in Southeast Asia and East Asia. Telecom reforms. India boasts 984 million active wireless phone users, and credit for the same should go to Vajpayee. In 1999, his government took a decision to end state monopolies for entities like Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited and introduced a new telecom policy where a revenue sharing regime was started. This led to a revenue sharing model and eventually paved the way for call rates getting cheaper as well as affordable mobile phones. So these were 5 major decisions by former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee that changed India. He will always be considered as the best Prime Minister of the nation. His work, his poems, his decisions make him who he was. India has lost a great leader and we wish he rest in peace.
गीत नहीं गाता हूँ, बेनकाब चेहरे हैं, दाग बड़े गहरे हैं, टूटता तिलस्म, आज सच से भय खाता हूँ, गीत नहीं.
Thank you so much for watching. Write it down in the comments if you have some video ideas for our channel, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and watch the previous stuff. We know you will love to.